Majority Leader McConnell joins me now. Senator McConnell, good to see you today. Welcome. Thanks for being on the program tonight.
Glad to be with you, Martha.
So we asked Sanders' office for a comment, and he said this: I am glad that Senator McConnell has suddenly developed an interest in making college affordable for working-class families.
Well, this is the same Bernie Sanders who said every college student in America ought to have free tuition.
He'd like you to get on board with that, he says.
But apparently not the one school that already has free tuition. Look, these are kids from low-income Appalachian families. Their families can't afford to send them to college. They work their way through, as your setup piece pointed out. They're the cooks, the waiters, the people who are cleaning the dorms. It's a great concept. They have built up a significant endowment over the years. It was started in the 1850s by abolitionists, and a lot of wealthy Northeasterners have contributed to their endowment over the years. And all of a sudden, they're in the same category with Harvard and Yale. Look, we're going to fix this. I'm not going to let Bernie Sanders nail this wonderful private school in Kentucky, providing these kind of opportunities for low-income kids.
Yeah, well, there's certainly some irony in the fact that the person who wanted to make tuition free for everybody is going to make it tougher for these kids because they happen to be in your home state, or at least it looks like that was part of what was behind it. So obviously a big win this week for the GOP, something that you worked very hard on. Is there, at some point, are you going to address spending? That becomes sort of the big next issue. And we know on the House side, the Liberty Caucus is speaking out, saying that they would like to see spending addressed. Is that something that you see in terms of welfare reform, for example, in 2018?
Martha, could I just quickly take a look back since we're at the end of the year? This has been a year of significant accomplishment. A new Supreme Court justice, cementing a right of center Supreme Court for a generation. 12 new U.S. Circuit Court judges, the most for any first-year president since the circuit courts were created in 1891, and now comprehensive tax reform. So before we look to the future, let's look back, and this has been a year of substantial accomplishment.
Everyone remembers the moment when you said that the president had excessive expectations about what could be accomplished and what could be done in that period of time. Do you think that it helped that he did?
Well, I think we had a lot of incentive to do tax reform. We wanted to do it for years. We were thrilled that we finally had a president who would sign the bill, and he made it part of his campaign last year. So I think it's better to measure. I said several times during the year, better to measure the first session of the 100th Congress when it ends. And now it has just about ended, and I think it's been a year of substantial accomplishment.
All right. So in terms of the second leg of that, tax cuts and entitlement reform are generally an idea for conservatives that go together. Are you going to get behind? Because I spoke with Speaker Ryan yesterday. He says he's very committed in 2018 to doing welfare reform. Are you?
Well, if we can get any Democrats to support it, we've had a very difficult time getting any Democratic support for any kind of entitlement reform. In order to achieve that in the Senate, we would probably need to have Democratic support. Just as soon as Democrats indicate they're willing to sign up to do that kind of thing, I'd be excited about tackling it.
So you're saying that it would have to happen under the same standards, not under the same standards as tax cuts. You wouldn't be able to push through welfare reform because of budgetary rules with a simple majority?
Yeah, we're going to have a 51-49 majority next year. That's about as tight as it gets. I'm not going to overpromise here that 51-49 Republican Senate can tackle entitlements without any Democratic help at all.
All right. In terms of moving forward to next year, Senator Graham has said that he really wants to bring back repeal and replace. He says that as a result of what happened to the Obamacare mandate during the tax cut bill, that pillar has been knocked out of that program and that prices are going to go up markedly because of it. Is that something that you're going to be on board with?
Yeah, I mean, it's just as soon as we can get enough votes to pass it. Senator Graham and Senator Cassidy have been working hard on that. We have, of course, taken one of the foundations out of Obamacare. We got rid of the individual mandate tax in this tax bill, and that was a significant step forward.
As you look at the possible challenges for next year, the Russia investigation continues to hang around and, is in several committees on the Hill. How concerned are you about that being an obstacle for moving forward?
Well, I put that responsibility in the Intelligence Committee over here in the Senate. Senator Burr and Senator Warner are having their investigation. I assume we'll get a report at some point.
So you brought the president of Louisville Slugger to celebrate today. I think we have a picture of that. You also said earlier that one of the things that makes it challenging to work with the president is that he likes to call you at all hours. When's the craziest time he ever called you, Senator McConnell?
Well, about all hours of the day, but I enjoy hearing from him. He likes to talk, and we talk a lot.
Senator McConnell, thank you very much. It sounds like everybody's going to make it home for the holidays with this continuing resolution, and it's punted, I guess, into 2018, and you'll make it through January 19th on that, correct?
We will. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you, Martha.
Senator, thank you very much. All the best.